hope you grabbed your coffee, because I thought today we could sit down and have a bit of a chat. So I've been watching a lot of van life videos over the years and stuff, and I've always enjoyed the videos where they sit down and just chat, because I can listen to them while I'm driving, while I'm working, just anytime. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to see what's going on the screen to be able to enjoy it. It's more about the listening. So I thought we'd give that a try today. So I've only been doing van life for a few weeks now. So I think just about a month we've been doing this. So I'm definitely not going to sit here and pretend like I've got everything all worked out. So what I was hoping to talk about today was more the things that I'm still figuring out, I guess. So one of the big things that I have discovered since moving into the van is, like, during my planning process, I did so much planning on making sure I had enough storage, and it had to have storage everywhere. And this van's got quite a bit of storage. Like, there's a lot of overhead cupboards and stuff like that. P.S. These are all empty, because turns out I don't need as much stuff. So I actually kind of found myself almost struggling to fill them with things so that things didn't slide around a lot. Finding, because as I was driving, there's lots of noises happening and you're sort of over your shoulder trying to see what's rattling around back there. But so I was aiming for so much storage, and this van has got so much storage. There's cupboards everywhere, there's nooks, there's pockets in the doors, in the dash, there's heaps and heaps of space to store goodies and stuff. But ultimately, so far I found out that I have a lot of empty cupboards, because all that stuff that I thought I was going to need, and I needed all this space to put all this stuff, turns out so far I'm probably clearing out more stuff. I'm taking stuff that I thought I desperately needed and sending it back to storage again, because I'm like, oh, well, I guess I kind of don't need this anymore. Like, there's heaps of examples. Like clothes. I definitely do not need as many clothes as what I currently own. At the moment, I've got 4 big drawers underneath the beds, and they're chock-a-block full of clothes. Ultimately, I need more work clothes, because I need clean clothes to go to work every day, so that's a given. But then as for casual clothes, like two sets, 3 sets maybe, if I really wanted to push it out. Not I don't even know how many sets of clothes I have in there, like 15 or so t-shirts, and then I think I've got like a dozen or so jumpers. Like, it's just not necessary. Pick a couple of faves and stick with that, I reckon. So there's going to be a lot of culling happening with a lot of my clothes, I think. Also, just like, I have a bit of a stationery fetish. I love notepads and pens and books and texters and all that sort of stuff. And when I was in the house, obviously I had plenty of room to store all this stuff. But now that I'm in the van, it's like, comes down to, am I going to actually use it? Does it warrant the space that it will take up? Yes, I have a lot of storage space that I could put it in, but do I really want to fill all of my cupboards up with, notepads and books and stuff that I'm generally not even using? So that's going to be a bit of a hard cull, but it needs to come. What else do I have that's like just a super amount of stuff? Oh, gadgets in the kitchen drawers. You know how you have that second drawer and it's got like all the gadgety stuff in it? All those things that you might need once, but you don't need every day. I could definitely cull a lot out of there. So definitely a lot of culling to go. I love books. And I have one cupboard full of books that I've read, but I'd like to read again before I get rid of them. So that's a hard thing for me to get rid of, is my books, because I'm quite attached to my books. I very much love them, and I love reading them. But I love having the physical copy as well. Like, I thought about getting a Kindle. I don't know. It doesn't smell the same. It doesn't feel the same. So I don't know. Maybe I just haven't tried one yet. I like the feel of the book and the texture of the book and the holding it and the weight. So we'll see how that goes moving forward. But yes, I've told myself I'm not allowed to buy any more books now until I've reread all the ones that I have. And I noticed when I was traveling around a little bit, they have like these little libraries where you can donate a book and take a book and stuff like that. So perhaps as I read them and finish them, I'll drop them off at these little book libraries that you find at like the campgrounds and showgrounds and stuff like that in some of the small towns. So, maybe they might enjoy some of the books that I've read, maybe not, but At least I won't be bumping around in my van anymore, and then it leaves space to buy new ones. Another thing that surprised me about van life was how quickly it felt like home. Like, it didn't, like, in the beginning it felt a bit like camping. It was a bit fun and exciting and all that sort of stuff, but it just settled in really quickly. Like, I don't miss having a house and massive amount of space and all that. Like, it feels like home. And even Echo, it feels like home for her. Like, she's found her few spots where she likes to lay now. She's got a sleeping bag on the couch here right next to me. Very cute. She loves that spot. She's got her bed in the front seat. She absolutely loves driving now. She sits up there and watches everything. When I go into work, I take all her leads and stuff off so that she can roam around the van and lay wherever she wants, look out whatever window she wants. But she generally chooses to lay in that front seat bed, simply because she can look out the window, she can see everything that's happening, and obviously it's quite comfortable. As for time management, I assumed that being in the van would save me so much time, because I didn't have to travel from a set location, to my job and then back again, and like less travel time and stuff like that. So more time for me to do things with Echo and go for walks and stuff like that. But it turns out that it actually takes a lot longer to do everything in the van. I used to get up like an hour before I had to be at my job. And in that hour I could have breakfast, I could play with Echo, I could have a shower, get ready, check what's on for the day. Like, I felt like I got all this stuff done, and that was like in an hour, and then be at my job within that hour. Now I feel like I have to get up like 2 or 3 hours before I even want to do anything, because you get up and then you're like, oh, I'll make a coffee, and then you have a coffee, and then I'm like, oh, I probably should have a shower and get dressed, and just even doing that takes a lot longer. Like, it's a lot smaller space, so it's, I don't know, it feels, I wouldn't say harder, but it's different. Like, it's a tighter space. You'd think it would make things go quicker, but sometimes it makes it a little bit harder and takes a bit longer. So stuff like that, and then getting dressed, and then you're like, oh, maybe I'll have another coffee. I don't know whether it's maybe the lifestyle. I would love to just be able to have coffees all day and hang out in my pajamas, but unfortunately we have to work to pay the van off now. But Echo loves it. We go for a walk every morning now, which is something we never used to do. So rather than just going out for a quick toilet break, we'll head out and we'll go for a bit of a walk along somewhere. This morning I let her off her lead in a big green park. It was wet. She came back absolutely drenched, but she had a ball. She was sprinting around. She had so much fun. And we're only out there for like 30 minutes, I think. So that's just, extra time added to my morning before I can get going and stuff like that. But well worth it for her. I mean, she enjoys it so much. So another thing I wasn't expecting was to enjoy sitting down having a coffee. I used to, you'd make a coffee in a travel mug and you'd take off to wherever you're going, you drink it in the car while you're driving, stuff like that, which I do still do. I still do make a coffee to travel sometimes, especially if I've got to go, a fair distance. It's like I'll drink my coffee on the way, but I tend to take more time now, like even between jobs, I'll put the kettle on and sit down and have a coffee. I'll sit down and have lunch. Like, I'll actually make lunch. Are you okay, Echo? Did you fall over? You be careful. Yeah, so little things like that, like taking more time for things. And I guess that plays back to why everything takes me so much longer to actually get ready and go somewhere or do something. But yeah, I am enjoying taking it more slowly. I would love to be able to cut back on actual work time to be able to take things more slowly, and I already have started to do that. I've reduced my availability for a couple of my jobs to give me more time, rather than trying to squeeze in 10 hours worth of work a day, and get around to everywhere and be, the quickest possible. Work hard, work quick so that I can get it done quickly so I can move on to the next thing. Now it's more about do the job and then allow myself a half hour, 45 minutes, to get to the next job, or to take Echo out for a quick walk in a park that we seen while we were driving past, or stuff like that. Like, just slowing things down a bit more. Obviously, I still need to do a certain amount of hours to be able to pay for the van. But yeah, I don't think I need to be working ridiculous hours like I had been before the van, definitely. So I don't really know where I'm heading with this channel yet. Sometimes it'll be adventures with me and Echo out there doing all the fun things and at campgrounds or just a park in between shifts. Sometimes it could just be us sitting there having coffee. Yeah, I guess we're gonna figure it out as we go, like we do with life, I guess. Echo's jumping around the front seats there because she can see some action out the front window. Anyway, that's probably enough talking from me for today anyway. So I'd love to know what you think, and if you've got something you'd like me to chat about or a question you want to ask, then definitely put it in the comments. And it also gives me ideas for what you guys might want to see posted. So I look forward to our next chat. But until then, we'll see where the road takes us.